Hello everyone, Alchemicgree here. Welcome back to Dragon Age Inquisition. In the last video, we did more of the Jaws of Hakkon DLC in the Frostback Basin. We helped out the Avar with their problems. I made a slight error because when I was gathering Fade Touch creature parts to honor this kid's father, his passing, the problem was because I was deceptive and let the kid who did not earn it turn it in instead of me, I didn't get any points with the clan. Well, whatever. I did a good deed to offset a lot of the shit I did with Varric. Anyway, so we are going... So there's some problems. So I'm going to get this set up. And we're going to have to take care of that. Now, that's going to be a problem in its own right. And we're going to have to figure out on that one. But first, let's turn this in. And hopefully this gives us a point to work with. Alright, let's see how this went. Such a delight, such a fresh perspective. She had a debate with an Tevinter Magister. Oh. That? Okay, well, it looks like things went pretty well, but it didn't really help in the long run. I don't think I got a point for that. Let me gather my party, and we can depart. Because if that doesn't earn me a point, I'm going to have to figure out how to get another point somehow. The Stonebear Hold. Alright, let's talk to our scholar. How am I looking in terms of my carry weight? Still good.
Scout Harding has an impressive team. Her people brought back a number of artifacts.
If you need something tracked, Scout Harding is your woman.
If only it were that easy. After 800 years, we can't just look for tracks. Barring enchantment, cloth and leather will have long since rotted away. Only metal and stone remain recognizable. Complicating this are recent pieces the Avar left behind. And, of course, ancient pieces dating back to Tevinter. Thanks to some period-specific buckling, I've been able to track our last Inquisitor.
You said there were pieces dating back to Tevinter?
Yes. While it's rare to see Tevinter ruins so far south, the Imperium once had an outpost of some sort here. They might have built it as a ritual site. I'm not sure what military value it could have. In any event, it's muddled up the research slightly, but I've accounted for it.
You lost me at Buckley.
You'd think that a buckle was a buckle. But ever since people started belting on weapons, they've been adding bits. One piece here has a dragon engraving. With the alloys of the metals used, it's clearly Tevinter. While this one uses a clasp that wasn't invented until the dawn of the Orlesian Empire. And when it comes to historical research, you might say we have to buckle down.
What do you have, Professor?
Everything so far points to the shore not far far to the south. There was some sort of battle near the shoreline. They were in a hurry. The scouts reported an island near an Avar fishing camp, but the Avar won't say much about it.
What makes you think the last Inquisitor was fighting?
There's a clasp here common to armorlings. It's clearly torn. That only happens from a heavy shearing blow, like large claws or an axe. Then there's the dagger. Silverite, with a stylized dragon pommel and an inscription reading Cordilis. That dagger had to be a gift from Cordilis Dracon, first Emperor of Orlais. No one would just lose such a thing.
What can you tell me about the Avar fishing camp?
Not much. It's the friendly Avar, not these jaws of Hakkon barbarians. According to the scouts, they wouldn't say much about the area. Likely a local superstition.
I'll find a way to that island and see if there's anything useful there.
Excellent. I'll continue to study what's been found. With luck, we'll both find some answers. Also, one of my research assistants, Colette, was investigating an old structure to the north. I'm not certain it's related to our investigation, but it couldn't hurt to check with her.
Alright. Well, that's definitely worth looking into over there. Hello there.
Inquisitor. Still finding it difficult to breathe, but I'm not strewn across the landscape, so thank you. I'm Colette, Professor Kenrick's research assistant. I was hoping to conduct a survey of a Tevinter ruin in the hills. I may not have chosen the best route.
You're Kenrick's research assistant, so that makes you a student at the University of Orlais.
It does? Why?
If I've said something wrong...
I'm sorry. That's usually asked with skepticism. The university accepts those worthy of admission, though elven students are few.
How do you find it there?
It's not easy, but this is what I want. And I like working for Professor Kenrick. Elven research students, where publications concerned, their work's often deemed not substantial enough for formal credit. But Kenrick cares about people who want to learn. If our research finds an audience, I know my name will be included.
What were you hoping to find at the ruin?
The Tevinter's time here was brief, but their architecture endured, offering shelter, forming landmarks. Ancient Avar would have encountered these structures, which certainly were Meridan. Evaluating the ruins could offer insight into the region's history, once I can get set up.
You're still going there?
I've read everything we have on Meridan, and studied up on new excavation techniques. I won't waste this opportunity. If you've a map, I can show you my destination, if you'd be interested in the findings.
Stay safe.
I will.
Alright, I'll just leave her to die in the woods while I go to this ruin. I feel like that Tevinter ruin is going to be like underground or something, but hey, you know, easier to jump from a high place. So yeah, at least I could try to get something with the fishing village or something like that.
This must be where Kenrick...
Oh, sorry, I confused it with the prison over here.
assistant came to study.
Inquisitor, you may want to see this. Inquisitor, I was going to send word. I found something. This inscription, almost completely faded, but two stood. Felt 60 true before our triumph. A breath in the hunt, and let rest the lowlanders, worthy of the lady's care. The markings and surrounding artifacts date to Emeriden's time. The references and scripts suggest Avar.
What's your theory?
I need to complete a full survey and have Professor Kenrick evaluate the site himself. But this may be a tribute to Heron and Orina, Inquisitor Emeriden's companions.
What makes you think the inscription refers to Heron and Orina?
It's only a theory, but the age of the markings and surrounding artifacts match the timeline we've established for Emeriden. I found glass fragments in the clay, several with slight veins of discoloration. Blue. Like Templar artifacts.
Templars?
The Templars were a new order in Emeriden's time. Given their small numbers then, few the Chantry's reach. It's unusual to find one deep in uncharted territory, unless he traveled here for a purpose, as Heron would have.
You don't think the inscription could refer to Emeriden himself?
It's possible, but Emeriden would have been recognized as a leader, which the inscription might have noted out of respect. And a breath in the hunt? Why note that your hunt continues unless your remaining prey was someone important?
What happened here?
An encounter with ancient Avar, and not a friendly one. Emeriden and his companions were outnumbered in an unfamiliar place. If Emeriden's not here, perhaps someone bought him the time needed to keep going?
If this is the resting place of Heron and Orina, it only remains because the Avar took time to honor them.
Respect for a worthy adversary? It wouldn't be out of place.
What do you know about Heron?
When the Templar Order was first formed, Sir Heron was among its members. He's arguably the most famous of the original Templars, though he was never one of their leaders. He's better known as one of Inquisitor Emeriden's confidants. They'd known each other since youth.
So they were close. Friends.
When Emeriden was made Inquisitor, Heron's position in his inner circle was assumed. A few ballads about them survive. The type with adventures and happy endings. I don't know if they're true. They remind me of my brothers, though.
What can you tell me about Orina?
Orina was an alchemist in Orzammar. It's said she met Emeriden while dealing with a demon, but it's not known why Emeriden was there. Demons aren't common in the deep roads, but they were a problem for the Inquisition at the time. Orina knew she could help, so she joined Emeriden.
If she left Orzammar, that would make her a surfacer.
She turned her back on the stone, though it's said she had few regrets. Some claim she was actually from one of Orzammar's noble families, but who can say? She never used her last name on the surface, and once exiled, the family likely struck her name from personal documents. Professor Kenrick petitioned Orzammar's Shapered to grant access to their records, but the request was turned down.
What will you do with this information?
Professor Kenrick will expect detailed notes on the location, stone and clay samples, and any trace artifacts I can find. If Ameridan's history is compiled, this could be worth an entire chapter. I might get credit on the inside cover.
Thank you, Colette.
Inquisitor.
Oh, nice, I can try to appeal to the Shaperate. That's something to consider. Whoop. And time to bum rush this.
What is this? Are the fishes of Stonebearhold too rude to share a meal with friends?
We're no friends of the jaws of Hakkon. Word has travelled of what your hold did to Storvacker.
Mind your tongue, Bogwalker. Stonebearhold may not always shelter you, and you will need shelter when the cold winds come.
Yet I feel only hot air.
When the jaws of Hakkon rule, you will wish you had been generous. If your weak lady has not already picked your foolish bones clean. The Inquisition stay to the lawless! Glory to Hakkon!
You are the lowlander they call Inquisitor. I am Arvid Rolfson. Well fought. The fish will feed on fool's heart wine this night. Thane's son here has sent me that you and yours have guest welcome in our land.
How long have you lived in the basin?
Stonebearhold's been here a few generations. I was born further north, but we left before I could remember. It was a good life. Till the jaws of Hakkon arrived. They brought trouble with them. People are expecting a raid, but...
You don't agree?
They seem bigger fools than that, for all their boasting. I cannot say what they plan, but it bodes ill. Well,
There we go.
yeah?
I find myself in need of a boat. I need to reach that island.
The Lady's Rest.
What?
That island belongs to the Lady of the Spirits warned us to leave it be.
Don't suppose that's just a legend?
I don't wish to disturb your lady, but it's important.
Thane's son here has given you guest welcome, and I have given you warning. The boat is yours. I hope you come back alive.
Well, thank you. Let me just steal from you first. And look at this, a quest. Maybe this might be the last thing I needed.
Runa should be here. Where did she get to?
Are you looking for someone?
My cousin Runa. She's off north climbing the hills instead of helping with the catch again.
Farewell.
Good day to you.
Let's look around. There's a lot of loose stone here. And an Avar...
Left it here to mark a trail, perhaps.
The woman at the beach said her cousin Runa went climbing. Maybe this is where she began.
Alright. Another axe.
There. Another trail marker.
There's another axe.
I think our mountain climber was here.
Let's hope she's not planning to trek out.
This? Yeah, because that way leads back to the Avar camp.
Another marker here.
I'll be climbing the highest cliff she could. For what reason? Gotta say, the view is at least lovely here.
Over there.
Just in time! Fight the worthy one! Were about. You'd be the Inquisitor, from the hand.
Your cousin was looking for you.
Oh? Oh! The fishing! I was to help Lena with the fishing. I must make an offering to the gods first. Shall I give your names in the prayer?
What's an offering prayer?
I've climbed this hill 1,000 times. Today, it was as if a wind from the spirits lifted me. I was going to thank the gods with a brace of nugs. That beast must have scented the meat.
You offer meat to spirits?
But the Lady of the Skies sends her birds, and Korth Mountain Father sends his wolves and bears. They wouldn't normally hear the prayer of a lowlander, but since you helped in the fight, I'll speak for you.
I'd be honored to be mentioned in your offering.
The spirits will remember.
A precious gift, Inquisitor. I expect it will be helpful.
Generally helps to respect local traditions now and then.
A prayer to spirits.
Okay, let's watch this prayer. And, Oh, hey, I did it. I should probably talk to her while I'm at it. See what happens.
Solas, what do you think this Corypheus actually is?
A darkspawn as he appears?
But what of the orb he wields and the dragon he commands? This is no ordinary darkspawn.
His true advantage is the red lyrium. It is corrupted by the blight as he is. Thus he taps into its power twofold. Whatever he was before, that is what makes him dangerous now.
Is anything supposed to happen? Let me head back to the fishing thing and tell her she's alright.
Farewell.
Good day to you.
Okay, let's head to the hold and finish with our impressing of them. Still, this is a pretty impressive area, to say the least.
Have you found a way through that wall of ice around the Hakkonites' old fortress?
I'll speak with you later.
Farewell.
Alright, so there's actually nothing I can actually do for the time being. Because I don't know how to impress them. I guess I have to, like, melt the ice. Like, yeah, like, guests of the hold, impress the hold. Like, what is that? Well, I got this. I have this quest to do. Alright, let's just continue on. Alright. Found near many courses. If you go near the island, I can see why. When all the there are spirits.
Bernard, I'm dreaming.
Interesting. What drew so many spirits to this place, I wonder?
I'm curious of that as well.
My God. No, without. Sleep. I need you. I must find you.
This is probably where the last Inquisitor's battle took place, and in all the chaos and death, must have called. He must have called the spirits. There's a.
No!
This rift is ancient. It may have formed from the battle that took place here, not the breach.
Let's crack it open and then close it properly.
Talana slept. I slept. To find him in dreaming. But the blood. She's gone. Talana wanted to reach Emeriden again. One more time. But she couldn't. I couldn't. I died. I tried to stay, but only pieces came through. You opened the sky for the rest of me.
Solus, this seems like something you might be able to help with.
Pain drew the wraiths, but this spirit touched the mind of someone who cared for Inquisitor Emeriden.
Emeriden? Yes. Inquisitor. Beloved. She came with Emeriden to hunt the dragon.
The dragon?
Huge. Power like none had seen. It came from the mountains with the Avar. Towns fell. All dead. One last favor for Emperor Draken. Slay the Avar dragon. Save Orlais.
Can you tell me what happened to Inquisitor Emeriden?
They fought at the shore. Spirits and magic. Cold. So cold. How I found her. How she found us. They rested here. Then up the river. Metal spires. A way to stop the dragon. Then Talana returned here, alone. To wait for him. Forever waiting. Dreaming. Then dead.
We'll find Emeriden. You don't have to wait here anymore.
You have done all she asked of you. Be free.
Thank you. It was hard. She went a long time ago. I stayed because she asked. Her things are there. She wanted them found.
Orders. This unlocks the Aegis of the Rift ability, which turns the veil into a magical shield. Ooh, I like that. The bearer Inquisitor commanded to travel. Request of it.
Are you all right?
Now, where would that be? Oh, it can go higher, so when I level up, I can do that. Yeah, I'm totally mapping that. Yeah, I turn the veil itself into a magical field, disaffecting many projectiles. It's another shield ability. And then the options I can have is, the way it's set up is odd. Has a long cooldown time, though. Interesting. Oh, okay. Port there, I have to take the boat back. That's fine. Still, that's interesting. So when I level up, I could put that ability into that. That's Aegis now sends bolts of energy flak to attackers. Very useful. Your expertise in manipulating lets you summon Aegis more easily. So cooldown time now becomes 60 seconds instead of 90. So it's okay. And I'm close to leveling up anyway, so this works in my favor. Still, that is some incredible shit right there. The fact that we now have authorization from the first Emperor of Orlais. Problem is, if I recall, he died in the Second Blight. So this has happened, yeah, this is about 800 years, so 8 ages ago. Oh boy.
May I help you, Inquisitor?
Yeah, there you go.
A spirit on the island held the memories and possessions of Emeridon's lover, a woman named Talana. It told us that Emeridon was here on orders from Emperor Draken himself, and where he went next.
Andraste's dimples. I may have received tenure from that sentence alone. Emeridon had a lover. Talana, you said. The Inquisitor's Lady Mage. There was such debate over whether she existed. And there were orders? This was a request from Draken? This changes everything.
When I helped the Avar at Stonebear Hold, we learned that the jaws of Hakkon once bound their god's soul to a beast. According to the spirit, the dragon Emeridon faced was powerful, and accompanied by hostile Avar.
They could be one and the same. That would mean... Of course! Brilliant! 800 years ago, the Second Blight threatened a weak Orlais. A perfect time for the Avar to attack. This Avar god dragon could have endangered the Orlesian Empire had Emeridon not stopped it. That explains why he would accept such a dangerous mission. And likely how he died.
How bad would it be if the contemporary jaws of Hakkon bound their god to a dragon again?
With Orlais still recovering from the Civil War and the Mage-Templar conflict, not to mention the remaining demon rifts on Corypheus himself, a high dragon given malice and magic by an Avar god spirit could, hypothetically, destroy much of Orlais. At least, I hope that was hypothetically.
You're not concerned about the literal existence of an Avar god?
Not particularly. If the jaws of Hakkon once bound their god to a dragon, it is likely just a powerful spirit. That isn't to downplay the important cultural significance to the Avar, but magic does not equate godhood. Every blight comes from the old gods, which are also dragons corrupted by some outside influence. Sometimes I wonder if we really know what we mean by gods.
History forgot about an attack by a giant magic dragon. If you want something done right, the spirit said to follow the river to the north, and something about spires or spikes.
Up the river, the scouts have had trouble with Hakkonites up there. I'll continue my research, but for now, your guess is as good as mine.
What do you need me to do next, Professor?
That spirit on the island said something about Emeriden going upriver to, some place with spires? While you search upriver, I'll continue studying these buckles. That, sounded better in my head.
I'll speak with you later.
Alright, perfect. I was already doing that anyway. Good thing I cleared up a lot of this. So I guess the only way to impress the Avar now is to melt the magic ice fortress. That shouldn't be too difficult. It's just centuries-old magic that no one knows. Yeah, normal. You know, as you do. So, no river spiders? That's... Oh, I see. It's advised I'd follow the river. Never mind, there's my river spiders. Hi, river spiders! Alright. I'll be leveling up soon enough, and before you know it. Okay, let's... Okay, this is... Let's not go crazy here. Knew it. There we go. Whatever's over here is worth investigating. And of course, it's a place I didn't actually go to because I was doing everything else. Wow.
This must be the area the spirit referred to.
And it's gonna have plenty of enemies to kill. Huh. Razakel. That was the name of...
The jaws of Hakkon must be guarding this place for a reason.
Razakel was one of the old gods during one of the Blights. The second one? Third? I have no... Well, given that Draken died during the second Blight, I'm gonna guess it was the second Blight. Whew, that. Damn it.
This is brilliant. This must be what the spirit meant. Excellent find. From what I can see, this is an ancillary station. Likely a scouting post for the larger structure to the east. What can it tell us about where Inquisitor Emeriden went? This is Tevinter, from well before the last Inquisitor's time. I understand they use such... Interesting, though not likely related to Emeriden.
And that was just sheer bullshit.
I believe that shape relates to the tiles. If you could replicate the shape in the tiles, something would happen.
I got Professor Kenrick here safely. The rest is up to you.
Lady Harding was quite nimble in the wilderness.
I'll be watching to make sure the Hakkonites don't come back.
Oh, that's the one. Hakkon's Mercy. Now to try to do the opposite. That was just more bullshit and luck, honestly. But, tier 4 battle mage armor, I'll take it. I honestly didn't think I'd get that to work. I really didn't. Anyway.
That didn't work.
Well, it's something in this fade door.
This is elven. I believe it's the word for light. It's some sort of clue to this barrier. Not sure how. Thenaras. The elven word for dream, I think. This is elven. I believe it's the word for light. This is elven. I believe it's the word for light.
Veilfire, probably.
Well done. Well done indeed.
That's something you don't see every day.
A pair of shrines. This one is clearly Andrastian, albeit from a very early period, likely pre-divine. But this is elven. One of their gods. What was it? Every mother finds Druffalo among sleeping juniper groves. G something. The one with the deer.
What was that? Every mother finds Druffalo.
Oh, it's a memory aid to help me with the names of the elven gods. Every is Elgernan. Mother is Mithal. Finds is Fallow something. I was more focused on early Chantry history. I didn't really do elves.
would be Gillinan, Mother of the Hollow.
Yes! Brilliant, thank you. Oh, that would have bothered me all day.
2 shrines for 2 lovers. Inquisitor Emeridin and Talana. Maybe Talana was an elf.
Oh, yes. That's good. Expunged references to elves before the Exalted March on the Dales. They erased the Canticle of Charton. They must have done the same to Talana.
The Chantry should not rewrite history to cover up inconvenient truths.
Agreed. The chant of light should spread the truth, not suppress it.
Regardless, the important thing is what this tells us. It's not a burial site. That much is obvious.
Look at those flowers. They're not native to the area. What if they were left at the shrine as an offering?
Yes. A night of prayer before battle against the dragon. But then where? Where? We're missing something. What are we missing? Oh, where did you go?
Professor, look at this. Charton 10-7, and Transfigurations 10-1.
Charton is dissonant. And before them, empty, outstretched, lay the land which led to the gates of Minrathous. And Transfigurations is, the light shall lead her safely through the paths of this world. Why these verses? Why would Inquisitor Emeridin take the time to carve this before going into battle?
The gates of Minrathous. Isn't there a Tevinter fortress in the area?
Of course! The ritual site! To seal the dragon away, Emeridin's elven mage must have used a spell at a site of great power.
My scouts have checked the fortress. It's sealed behind a wall of ice. It has to be magic.
Let's look around. Emeridin found a way through that ice. That way should be nearby.
Let me try this again.
That didn't work.
Still lacking.
Of this world.
When the Imperium abandoned this fortress, they left the wall of ice to lock the door behind them?
And every lock has a key.
Like these trail markers. Emeridin must have known how to use them. If they can melt through the ice, that must be where Emeridin sealed away the dragon.
I'll follow the markers and see what we can find.
Well, this is how we melt the ice, I guess. Oh boy. Interesting. Lots of mysteries when it comes to shit like this. Because that's kind of what happens in these types of narratives. Like, when you talk like centuries, especially when facts are constantly being overwritten and forgotten about.
Are we certain these trail markers will burn through this wall of ice around the fortress?
Given that the trail markers retain enough energy to illuminate one another, I see no reason to worry.
You think these things will get us through that giant fortress wall?
Alright. Yeah. So when it comes to these types of histories, the fact that such a thing is being remembered, or rather, no, sorry, the fact that it's being remembered in a particular way. So, that means when it comes to these histories, it's being written by whoever wants to, and it becomes historical fact. This is what happens when inaccurate archaeology, or even worse, manipulated archaeology. This is also what happens when cultures rely so heavily on just accepting that either their way of life will be there forever, or the fact is that certain information will be around forever. There are scores of mythological evidence where we have no idea the significance of certain stories, elements, or even gods because, well, it was common knowledge back then. So, because it was so common knowledge and there was no real way to solidify, solidify, and basically establish it as its expected lore, we are kind of left with, well, scraps. And what scraps we do make no sense, especially when we start analyzing cultures that diverge over time. Any culture, once a culture reaches a couple hundred, at least 100 or so years culturally, it starts to undertake cultural drift. Which, honestly, I'm okay with. Not the cultural drift part. I mean, the fact that they're actually showing that off in Dragon Age right now, I like that. Whee! I really like that. I really like how they're showing that type of cultural drift. How lost. Basically, it would make sense. The original Inquisition was what started when the Chantry started spreading around the time of the Second Blight, and it was Emperor Draken who basically not only founded and became the first Emperor of Orlais, he also was the one who started spreading the Chant of Light. And because of that, with the Inquisition, it started becoming the Seekers of Truth, the Templars, and the Circle of Magi, with the Navaran Accord. So it's possible that when this Chantry wanted to change a lot of things, any indication of elves, for example, especially when elves of the Dales started attacking, and a few ages later, of course the Chantry want to erase any cultural significance elves may have had in the Chantry. Because in doing so, they effectively erased any culture thing. Like, let's say you're at war with someone. You are going to erase every indication that you have that the people you're at war with are good people. Because that's what happens in basic warfare. You remove any familiarity, so it makes the enemy easier to work with. Sometimes, if the insignificant individual is very powerful, for example. So let's say this person was an elf. Well, instead, you could either try to invalidate her existence to the point where you can question it, change up the story and narratives, and future generations will start questioning a few things here and there. Then there is the other cases of maybe even completely retconning her. Maybe if she was so culturally significant that erasing her was impossible or just not logistically feasible, instead, it was much easier to just change up the narrative. Have her be a human, not an elf. Which is highly possible. So long as you have enough of a cultural drift and enough time to let the drift take hold. Like, a couple generations might question, but all you would have to do at that point is then to call upon loyalty. When the Chantry went to war with the with the elves in the Dales, and that caused an exalted march against them until they were so beaten back that it created the alienages. So it would make sense that you would want to hide elven information from them. But that's generally most histories. You let enough time pass and most things get forgotten. This is not to say really a tale of the nihilism behind it, where what's the point in recording anything if it's going to be forgotten anyway, but rather look at why things keep getting forgotten and why not just, you know...
So, who do you think is the toughest? Josephine, Liliana, or Cassandra?
I'm right here, you know.
The Outseeker.
Cullen's not up for consideration?
Curly? They just keep him around to look pretty.
But more of this should be the point of keeping information. Make sure future generations remember. Not many cultures seem to think that.
We must find another way around.
I'm currently cliff hopping, lady, so I don't know what you want from me. Whee! Fuck. No, this ain't gonna work. I have to do it the old-fashioned way. Yeah, there's no... This is the fastest way. Back where... That is funny. Anyway. But yeah, that's an interesting concept when it comes to cultures. It's, not many cultures think about the importance of what it means to preserve for future generations, because not many people are going to think of the archaeological standpoint, or even the scholarly standpoint, because, well, no civilization ever has ever once culturally and in a unified sense considered the ramifications that their empire might end. It's a complete antithesis of what it means to be their empire, because if an empire constantly thinks that of its own inevitable doom, it's going to be way too busy doing that than actually progressing. But equally, the problem is, since they're so up their own ass on whether or not they're gonna, well, not whether or not, but rather up their own ass that they are going to endure the ages no matter what, ignoring the fact that history has shown otherwise, things don't get written down. So future generations in 100 years or so, hell, even with the modern day and stuff, because information can be so easily put into question of its validity, of how valid information is, then we already create a cultural drift to the point where most people won't be able to remember so much as the last 50 or so years. At least one thing, there were times where you could have whole generations remembering facts and stuff because that was the logical thing. But now we have so much stuff where even what could have happened one generation ago is put into question. But that's just, unfortunately, how some things are. It won't change, and that's why I really enjoy seeing that in fantasy games like that. I'm a big fan. I'm a lover of the world-building lore of fantasy worlds, and that's one of the reasons I really like this game series, the Dragon Age series, is because it's very rich in this type of comparable and very easy to relate to information. Like a semi-universal religion that basically condemns people for something they could not control. That's a very common thing that everyone can relate to in concepts of segregation and racism.
We are almost to the fortress.
Now, some people would look at that type of thing and be like, oh, it's not that impressive, or, oh, it's blah, blah, blah. Like, they would have, like, there's people that would shoot that down, and that is, you know, within their right, because, well, people like what people like. I like the world building. Some people are like, oh, it's not creative enough, or some other explanational gobbledygook. but I like it. And I will defend why I think I like it. Alright, let's kill these guys. Yeah, what the hell's going on? What the hell, you guys? That certainly did something. And I think that impressed the hold.
When you are ready, you have our blades, Inquisitor.
You said that the jaws of Hakkon first tried binding their god in mortal form hundreds of years ago.
What of it?
In our search for Inquisitor Emeridon, we learned that he came here to fight a great dragon 800 years ago. A dragon that came from the mountains with Avar warriors to attack the lowlands.
Your last Inquisitor must have fought well to stop Hakkon himself.
You're not bothered by the idea that our Inquisitor killed your god?
He didn't kill him. That would have been easier. Whatever fight your Inquisitor finished, the Jaws of Hakkon started. I find no fault with a warrior defending his people.
Do the Avar gods take mortal form on a regular basis?
No, the gods belong in the land of dreams. Whether it is their wish or some augurs that brings them here, battle tears will be shed. The skulls say the Lady of the Skies took mortal form when Tyrda Brightaxe first led the Avar to the mountains. They say many things about Brightaxe and the Lady.
I'll speak with you later.
Fair hunting. When you are ready, you have our blades, Inquisitor.
I'm ready to attack the jaws of Hakkon.
Good. They will pay the blood price for what they have done. Your Skald and your Scout are here. We can plan the assault.
Oh, I like the sound of Skald. It's more dramatic than Professor. Yes, well, everything we've found out about Inquisitor Emeridon suggests that he never emerged from that Tevinter fortress.
If that is where your Inquisitor defeated Hakkon, that is where the Jaws of Hakkon must perform the rite to free him.
Inquisitor Emeridon saved the lowlands from an Avar invasion. We cannot do any less.
You really have no problem with us killing your god?
Gods cannot be reborn until they die. Hakkon needs a good rebirthing.
If you say so.
With its ice wall melted, the fortress is open to attack. We must strike soon, before our foes recover.
They're already trying. I've got most of our forces defending the shrine from Hakkonites who want to restore the wall.
If anyone has suggestions, now is the time.
What gives you fear, Inquisitor? Is this not the...
I'm no warrior, but with Lady Harding's forces defending the shrine and no way to breach the walls...
Lowlanders. Why not climb the walls?
Your warriors can get over those walls before the Hakkonites stop them?
This is not a war, Stone Daughter. This is a raid. We strike at night, clad lightly. We climb the wall and open the gate from inside.
If Stonebear Hold can open the gates, we'd be grateful.
The jaws of Hakkon have been bugs in my bedroll for months, Inquisitor. We owe you thanks.
Inquisition forces will feign weakness near the shrine. That'll draw some of them away from the fortress.
Not too many, I hope.
Yes, save some for us.
Right, Inquisitor. Husk and I will climb over.
I'll be there to catch Parv when he slips.
Of course you will. You'll be behind me after all.
Where the guard?
I've got him.
There! It's the Lowlanders!
Kill the Inquisitor! To his hole!
Doorbacker, good to see you again!
Oh yeah, we have a fucking bear helping us. Nope, nope, still.
Came through.
Alright, let's try that barrier ability I just got. Oh! I can pick both! Alright, let's... So when I level up again, I can do 5 per character level, since Bolt's back. Nice!
No sign of the dragon. It must be in there.
I guess we're having a fight.
Beware the wards! They will sap your strength.
The ward is destroyed.
All right.
This cold is magical in origin. It will kill us if we do not hurry.
The cold isn't so bad here.
We must hurry. The ritual to free the spirit of Hakkon is underway.
I don't have time to look for anything.
Summoning Hakkon into himself.
Is he insane?
I don't know where the damn key is, so yeah, we're gonna take a while. Okay, that's just silly. Oh nice, I got an armor schematic. Okay, I think I found something. Because there's a way around here. Ah, god damn it, I gotta get the Veil Fire again. Nice it's got a nice rhyme to it, though. Hakkon's wisdom.
Crush the creed of Korth the Callow. Leave the lady lost and lonely. Scour the skies of spirits sour. Lowland Bane. Begs of Hakkon, bring his body, bloody blessings, cold and pain!
Alright.
There's the Hakkon dragon. At least it's not moving yet.
Alright, I'm just gonna stay right here by the fire. As long as one of us stays near the damn fire. Yep, there you go.
Begs of Hakkon, bring his body, bloody blessings, cold and pain!
Oh, shut up. All right. All right, let's go.
Sing the song of savage
Hakkon's Mercy. I think that was a dagger.
born in battle, bloody bladed. Winter's breath to rack the lowlands, cold to cut and kill the hated.
Oh man, that was close.
Meet them.
Alright, that's been taken care of.
Of mountain father, crush the creed of Korth the Chalons. The lady lost and lost. Of spirits silent.
Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Stupid Balefire.
Sing the song of savage Hakkon, born in battle, bloody bladed. Winter's breath to rack the lowlands, cold to cut and kill the hated.
Tons Valor.
Meet the might of mountain father, crush the creed of Corf the Chalons. Leave the lady.
We cannot harm Hakkon until the ritual is disrupted.
Face me and die, Inquisitor! Your predecessor could not stand against me. You shall fall as well.
The Revenant? This is not good.
I am the cold light of winter.
Watch yourself, he's putting out the fires!
The cold is worse near the creature.
Death to the lowlanders!
All right.
Inquisitor. Draken's empire has spread far while I slept.
Inquisitor Ameridan, you disappeared in 120 Divine, around the time of the signing of the Navaran Accord.
You say it as though it was... How long?
You were the last Inquisitor. There has not been another since you disappeared 800 years ago.
Draken was my oldest friend. He would have sent someone to find me.
He never had the chance. The dark spawn that rose in the Underfells threatened all of Orlais.
I see. Tilana escaped the battle. Did she... Do the records say what became of her?
She returned to the island. From what we can tell, she died trying to reach you through dreams.
I asked her not to. She was a good hunter and the love of my life, but she never... I never wanted this job. Hunting demons was so much simpler than politics.
Inquisitor Ameridan, how could the leader of the Seekers be a mage?
Has history forgotten so much? I was not a Seeker myself, as most Inquisitors were. I used my magical gifts in the hunting of demons in Maleficarum. Do the Seekers no longer welcome the aid of mages?
No, that was forgotten. Among many other things.
Cassandra is a Seeker. And after the Seekers went rogue, she discovered the truth about them.
We learned they developed the Rite of Tranquility.
You mean sundering one from the Fade? The Seekers do it briefly when granting an initiate their abilities.
It has become a way to control mages deemed dangerous. They are left tranquil, permanently.
Killing a man is ugly work. You learn not to look to it as your first recourse. Sundering them from the Fade is easy. Bloodless. I told them spreading such a solution would lead to abuse. They swore that would never happen. They promised. I'm so sorry.
Cassandra will rebuild the Seekers into an organization to be proud of again. With the Inquisition's help.
Then you both have my thanks. I was a good hunter. I did not want to lead an organization, but Draken told me I was needed. As I suspect you were needed.
I wasn't Inquisitor by choice. Whatever my life was before.
Take moments of happiness where you find them. The world will take the rest. The dragon carries the spirit of an Avar god. I lacked the strength to kill it. My own magic was able to bind us all, locked in time. But when the cultists drew that spirit into another vessel, it disrupted my bindings. It is breaking free.
I'd be honored to finish what you started.
Thank you. The passage of years can be delayed, but not ignored. I will soon join Talana at Andraste's side. Take this. It holds the last few memories of an old hunter who was neither as wise nor as strong as he thought. Fight well, Inquisitor. I am honored to have met you.
We need to stop the dragon. It still can. There is the spirit of Hakkon.
Oh, nice. Okay, that was a lot to take in. Back to the elf. That actually explains everything. But to be so powerful magic-wise, to be able to halt the flow of time around them. Still. I am quite curious, actually, about these memories. I want to actually try that. And I do apologize this video is so long, but we're just about near the end. Honestly, I think it's literally just kill the dragon boss fight, and cutscene. But I want to do the Inquisitor memory thing, too.
So Talana and I can deal with the dragon. My spirit companion believes we can seal the dragon away. even if we cannot kill it. It is less clear whether I can do so without sealing myself in as well. But I have little choice. This beast will wreak devastation across Orlais unless we stop it now.
No one ever knew. Their heroism was lost to history.
He did not do it for recognition. He did it because it was necessary.
Alright. I'll have to save the island for last if I can reach it.
Is in place. I offer thanks to Gillenan, Halamother, and to Andraste, Maker Bride. As you were raised up from mortal men to stand with our creators, our makers, so raise me up now to defend this world.
Inquisitor Ameriden, who helped bring the Inquisition into the Chantry, built the shrine for the Maker and the elven gods.
Belief is a funny thing. An elven inquisitor must have had a careful path to walk.
Yeah, it's a little intense. Now this is the cave with the creepy shrine, with the creepy Tevinter shrine.
I am at least glad to have friends on my side. Ilana and Heron have been arguing about Heron using the lyrium to fight demons. Some things never change. Arena has a new alchemical trick she wants to try, like pitch or tar, but stronger. The recipe straight from Orzammar. They argue, fuss, and mock each other mercilessly. And I would be lost without them.
The more things change.
A dwarf getting on someone's nerves. I can't imagine.
This Orena sounds like good people.
My wonder is why I can't travel straight to the boat thing like I would before. That's strange. The final battle's down there, yeah, but... That explains a few things. I can still take the boat. Okay, good. Oh boy.
I should not have asked you to come with me. Though I know you would not have stayed behind. You were a dreamer. And this dragon the Ava have tamed carries a demon inside it. I can see how its presence hurts you. You should be at Halmshirau reminding our people of our alliance with Draken. Not here, risking death with me. Still, in the old tongue, your name, Talanadas, means nothing is inevitable. I will remember your name. And hope.
Ameriden was correct. The presence of such a powerful spirit would have caused a dreamer like Talana immeasurable pain.
No more pain than watching everyone she loves die, I imagine.
Yep, I have to take the goddamn boat back. I didn't know I could go that far down.
Would let those creatures destroy Orlais. They think Draken know better than the Imperium. But if we do not stand with the humans against the Darkspawn, we might lose everything we have gained. I will fight this Avar Dragon for you, Draken. And then we shall drive back the Darkspawn together.
But he died here, and the elves ignored the second blight as it spread across Orlais. So began the animosity that led to the destruction of the Dales.
Looks like the jaws of Hakkon indirectly destroyed the Dales.
Wow. All it takes, just, you'd be amazed what small things can affect history. Still, though. Wow. Alright, let's ride. is a dragon. It's fine. I spent a whole video killing dragons. The hell? Did I? That was weird. Whatever. We have a dragon to kill. There it is. Hakkon Winter's Breath. It's an ice dragon, though. That's the problem. I'm at a bit of a disadvantage here.
Lowlanders, I am the breath of winter, the cold wind of war. Join me in battle and die!
Let's see if this works.
You gain glory in death.
Okay, this protects. That's quite useful. A screech? What kind of aggro's? It's probably calling Advar aids or something.
Yourself in battle.
All right. Damn it, you weren't in the bubble. Sorry, Hakkon. So, Hakkon. Hakkon, yeah. There we go. Let me loot your body.
I've never gotten to see you take down a dragon in person. I must say, it's fun to see it up close.
I appreciate the assistance.
My pleasure. Inquisitor Meriden would have been proud that you finished what he started. It's strange. History forgot so much of who he was. They never knew he died saving everyone. Do you ever feel that way?
You weren't in the fortress. How do you hear about Emeriden?
I'm a scout, remember? Who do you think writes the messages Liliana reads?
There are things they don't understand. Things no one outside the Inquisition will ever know.
Some of the secrets are necessary. Don't get me wrong. It's just... every time you're more than just a person to someone, you're also less than a person to them. They don't see that a real normal man fought the Avar and killed that dragon. And they certainly don't know about your strange fixation with Elfroot.
My feelings for Elfroot are classified, Scout Harding.
I'll carry your secret to my pyre. For what it's worth. Nice work, Adar. Anyway, I'll be at camp if there's anything here you want to finish up. Otherwise, see you at Skyhold.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Don't you rob me of this. Give me that dead body. Where is it? There you are, you beautiful loot pile. I knew it. It was a staff. And some ice dragon bits. I think there's something left for me to do.
Inquisitor, you have done more for us than most who are of Stonebear Hold. It is not right that a guest do so much. The Hold has spoken, and you are no guest. You are kin. More than that, your deeds have earned a legend mark worthy of one who broke the jaws of Hakkon. From today, you are known to us as Inquisitor Firstthor.
I will be worthy of the gift you give me, Thane Sunhair.
I cannot say that all Avar will be allies with the Lowlands, but your story will be told across the Frostbacks.
I'll speak with you later.
Farewell. I hear you judge wrongs among your people, Inquisitor. If you are willing, I ask you to judge Storvacker.
I'm sorry?
As a warrior of our hold, Storvacker should have died rather than submit to the vile ritual the Jaws of Hakkon had prepared. It is unclear whether the Augur or I should judge such a thing. You are here. I would be grateful.
I suppose I could render judgment, if it helps the Hold.
Ah, Storvacker, will you speak to the Hold for your deeds?
As leader of the Inquisition, I declare this trial sufficiently scornful to be punishment. Live well, be free to go, etc.
I see the tales told of your kindness did not lie. Inquisitor Firstthor.
Alright, so... I believe I can return to Skyhold. I can only imagine the war table meeting I'd have to have after this. feel like there's something I'm... Wait. Oh, I have to still... I probably have to talk to the damn... I forgot to talk to the professor. I should probably... I owe the professor that.
Inquisitor, I understand you located the final resting place of Inquisitor Emeridon.
I was able to speak with the Inquisitor briefly before he died.
I'm sorry?
A ritual kept Inquisitor Emeridon alive all these centuries, binding him and the dragon.
Oh. Did his... Talana cast some sort of spell before retreating? Or... You're not implying that Emeridon was a mage. I'm committed to the truth, but if such an important figure in Chantry history were revealed to have been a mage...
Not just a mage, Kenrick. An elven mage.
Oh, and trust his dimples. This will be... I'll either be famous or beheaded. This upends centuries of history, not to mention families claiming descent from him. There may be consternation. Nevertheless, what matters is the truth. If he was elven, then the Dalish, well, it will be just brilliant. I will spread the word appropriately. Thank you again for this marvelous opportunity.
Okay. Also, I think there's someone I can still talk to. I think there was like another agent I could recruit here, that super eager trader guy, maybe? I'm trying to remember. Like, I looked up, like, I didn't want to lose out on anything, so I'm going to check with that trader. See if I can talk to him. I think he did... Let's start with this one.
Inquisitor first thought.
Nope, wasn't this one. Must have been that one. Inquisitor first thaw, though. I like the sound of that. I'm definitely going to be here again when I'm going to save up.
At last.
The ogre's working to restore him, true. It's not your place.
We should have a feast. Divide the other friends from homes.
It feels like ages.
Yeah, this is it.
Battle. We should set it in song.
Hey, buddy.
Why is everyone calling you first, though? Did something happen?
Farewell.
Another time.
Huh. This wasn't the guy? But there's another merchant? Because this was just the food. Huh. That's weird. Huh, that is weird. Because I honestly could have sworn that one of the merchants...
What a battle! We should set it in song.
Hold a moment. You're Varric Tethras.
You've got to be kidding me.
I've read all your books, and I have all the printings of Hardin Hightown. Even the banned version. I've read it thrice.
Nice to know the Rock Falls, Everyone Dies ending found its audience.
Farewell.
Another time.
Yeah, it's this guy. This is the guy I guess I would recruit him, but... I mean, I've already kind of bought out his whole inventory.
See any wares you like?
Farewell.
Another time.
Is there a condition I had to finish? Ah, well, screw it. I just want to wrap up this video, honestly. This has been way too damn long, and I just spent a few minutes literally running around with my head cut off looking for a recruiter guy. So, oh well. Plus, there's a lot of junk I need to sell. I gotta see if basically stuff can be added, if stuff can be taken on. A lot of the items I saw that I can buy are basically just things that schematics for my teammates. So that's definitely something to consider in the long run. But in any event, so yeah, so there's a war operation table. Let's just get that settled with, and then we can wrap up the video.
Inquisitor?
Alright. Alright, I trust you, Liliana.
Inquisitor.
But the problem is, I don't want to buy the silence of the clan. They deserve to the right. This one is a little dicier. Honestly, I'll just have Cullen do it. Like, I wanted to have Lilian take care of it. She's basically a good cudgel to work with in that regard, but in the long run, it's probably not in my best interest to do it. But at the same time, I don't know. It's just because the problem is, like, Josephine's option would placate, and I don't want to placate. Anyway, so Hakkon's honor. Could anyone even... It's no, not even close to strong compared to that. Well, that's certainly stronger than that. I mean, most... Oh, God. Yeah, no. Definitely not. Those are stronger, but I'm pretty certain I can make more, but... I can make a Hakkon's Mercy, technically. I don't think she'd care for a bow. Alright, I'll give her that. Oh boy, that's actually better than what I have now, and it looks awesome. That's his armor. The armor of the last Inquisitor, and I'm totally wearing that. You know, like, I miss out on a lot of things, yes, but this was his armor. It adds validity to my shit. And it technically matches this. Oh, yeah. This kind of works. It's terrifying as hell, but I like it. Alright, as for the dragon hunting thing, it's there's probably no one who can benefit from that. But any event, thank you all so much for watching. Share, subscribe, let me know what you think. Leave comments below, and I will be with you next time. Thank you, and goodbye.